Hi, this is Mike Lewandowski from e-commerce scaling strategies by Sales Genomics. And this is the second part of the video on how to never run out of creative ideas. So in the first video, we've covered how to create your ideal customer persona and how to really understand customer on a both logical and emotional aspect of their decision making. Today, what we're gonna cover is the content strategy. Again, a hugely overlooked aspect of doing creative. The first thing you want to do is you want to actually understand like what's not working in your creative, right? So you look at the creative, you look at the stats you have like CTR or the sales not converting, and you see that there is like no sales, right? So what you do, like this is a first order reason, you try to dig deeper to find second and third order reasons. Like for example, okay, well, there is no sales because there's low CTR, because the creative is not engaging, most likely because it's not in line with any of the personas that you could have developed before, right? So you first of all define that, and then after that you create objectives for your creative, right? So you want your creative to have high CTR, to have high engagement, to be covering different stages in the funnel, work well with the personas, to resonate with them, and finally to make sales. What you actually want to do is you want to create a decision tree, and that includes all of the variables to really understand like how many different type of creatives you can do, right? And this is the super exciting aspect of it. By the way, I'm gonna put a photo here. And on the photo, you can see specifically like how our decision tree looks like, so that you can copy this and use it as your own. And I hope this is really gonna help you understand how that works. Basically, there are 6 different variables here. The first thing is you start with the basics, which is defining different customer personas, ideally split by generation and or product category. The second thing you do is you make split by gender. Also, you do different use contexts of the product, whether this is a problem or a desire. Then the third thing what you do is you develop different scenarios for using the product, right? So for example, if you're selling a moisturizing cream that helps with dry skin, what you're gonna do is you will think of a scenario where you could be driving a car or washing dishes and using the cream, right? So like what are the different angles you can test to see what works and what doesn't. Then thing number 4 is you define creative specification. So what is the format we're going to use, the video duration, languages, placements, and so on. Finally, point 5, you define content by type and stage in the funnel. For example, user-generated content videos and testimonials will likely be worth testing at all stages of the funnel, while awareness videos are to be tested at the top of the funnel, and so on. And then last but not least, point 6, define what objections there are at different stages in the funnel, right? So as you can see, there is like a 6 different sets of variables really, which are persona, problem and desire, context, context type, placement, and stage in the funnel. I really think you can imagine like how many different combinations you can get out of this for every different persona. There are like hundreds and hundreds of different combinations, and then you can also play around in your funnel to see what really works and what doesn't. And that's really it, right? This is the trick, right? So you always have this decision tree, and when you run out of ideas, what you do is you go back to your customer persona, you go back to this decision tree, and you think about, hey, like what is the next type of content I haven't tested or I can test out, right? But this is not yet everything. In the next video, what I'm gonna cover is I'm gonna show you how to test creatives and how to analyze them to always know where you're nearing to the point where you need new creative to be generated, what kind of creative you need. Make sure to like the channel, leave a subscribe button. We do our best to show you the best value. And at the same time, if you feel like your ads may suffer from the lack of content variety, or you're not tapping into existing markets because of lack of variety, feel free to reach out and I'll be happy to look at your creative for free. Thank you for watching the video and stay tuned for the next one.